Elephants are the largest land mammals on Earth and are known for their intelligence, complex social structures, and strong physical presence. There are three main species of elephants: the African savanna elephant, the African forest elephant, and the Asian elephant. Below is a comprehensive overview of elephants, covering their physical characteristics, behavior, habitat, diet, reproduction, conservation status, and cultural significance. Physical characteristics. Size and weight. African savanna elephants are the largest, standing about 10 to 13 feet, 3 to 4 meters tall at the shoulder, and weighing between 5,000 to 14,000 pounds, 2,300 to 6,350 kilograms. African forest elephants are smaller, standing around 8 to 10 feet tall, 2.5 to 3 meters. Asian elephants are smaller than African savanna elephants, but larger than African forest elephants, with heights between 7 to 10 feet, 2 to 3 meters. Skin. Elephants have thick, wrinkled skin that is about 1 inch, 2.5 centimeters thick. Their skin helps regulate body temperature and retain moisture, though they still require regular access to water for bathing. Trunk. The elephant's trunk is a fusion of the nose and upper lip. It is highly muscular, containing up to 40,000 muscles. The trunk is used for breathing, smelling, drinking, picking up objects, and making sounds. Tusks. Both male and female African elephants have tusks, which are elongated incisors made of ivory. In Asian elephants, only males have tusks. Tusks are used for defense, digging, and stripping bark from trees. Ears. African elephants have much larger ears compared to Asian elephants. The large ears help with thermoregulation by dissipating heat. Behavior and social structure. Social groups. Elephants are highly social animals. Female elephants and their calves form matriarchal herds, typically led by the oldest and most experienced female. Male elephants, once they reach adolescence, often leave the herd to live solitary lives or form bachelor groups. Communication. Elephants communicate through a variety of sounds, including trumpets, grumbles, roars, and rumbles. They can also communicate via low-frequency sounds, called infrasound, which can travel over long distances, up to 6 miles or 10 kilometers. Physical gestures, such as trunk touches and ear movements, also play a role in communication. Intelligence. Elephants are known for their problem-solving abilities, memory, and self-awareness. They can recognize themselves in mirrors, use tools, and demonstrate complex emotions such as grief, empathy, and cooperation. Elephants have been observed mourning their dead, showing behaviors such as standing silently by a carcass or covering it with branches. Habitat. African elephants, savanna elephants, are found in sub-Saharan Africa, in countries with open grasslands, savannas, and forests. Forest elephants inhabit the dense rainforests of Central and West Africa. Asian elephants. They are found in South and Southeast Asia, in countries like India, Sri Lanka, Thailand, and Indonesia. Asian elephants prefer habitats ranging from grasslands to dense rainforests. Range. Historically, elephants were found in a wide range of habitats, but today their habitats are shrinking due to deforestation, human encroachment, and habitat fragmentation. Diet. Elephants are herbivores, meaning they eat only plant matter. They are non-ruminant mammals, which means they don't chew cud like cows. Diet composition. They consume grasses, leaves, bark, roots, fruits, and flowers, depending on the availability of food in their habitat. Feeding habits. An elephant can spend up to 16 hours a day feeding and consumes about 150 to 300 kilograms, 330 to 660 pounds of vegetation daily. They also require large amounts of water, drinking up to 50 gallons, 190 liters of water per day. Reproduction. Mating. Female elephants, called cows, reach sexual maturity between the ages of 10 and 12 years. Males, called bulls, often do not breed until they are around 20 years old. Mating usually occurs during the rainy season, and bulls often fight for the right to mate with a receptive female. Gestation. Elephants have the longest gestation period of any mammal, lasting approximately 22 months. After birth, calves weigh around 220 to 250 pounds, 100 to 115 kilograms. Parental care. Calves are highly dependent on their mothers and other herd members. They nurse for up to 2 years and remain under the care of the herd until they reach adolescence. Conservation status. Elephants are under threat from habitat loss, poaching for ivory, and human-elephant conflict. African elephants. The African savanna elephant is classified as endangered by the IUCN. The African forest elephant is considered critically endangered. Asian elephants. Asian elephants are classified as endangered due to habitat destruction, human-wildlife conflict, and illegal capture for tourism and labor. Poaching and ivory trade. Poaching for ivory is a significant threat to both African and Asian elephants. International efforts, including bans on the ivory trade, have helped curb poaching, but it still persists in certain regions. Conservation efforts. Conservation organizations work to protect elephants through anti-poaching efforts, habitat restoration, and human-elephant conflict mitigation. Protected areas, national parks, and wildlife corridors are also vital to elephant conservation. Cultural significance. In Africa, elephants play an important role in African ecosystems, often being referred to as a keystone species due to their ability to shape their environment. They are also significant in African folklore and spiritual beliefs. In Asia, elephants are revered in many Asian cultures. In India, they are associated with the Hindu god Ganesha, the remover of obstacles. In Thailand and Myanmar, elephants symbolize royalty and power. In many Asian countries, elephants have been used as working animals in logging and ceremonial events. In modern symbolism, elephants are often symbols of strength, wisdom, and memory in global culture. Conservation groups use the elephant as a symbol of the need to protect endangered wildlife. Human-elephant conflict. As human populations expand, elephants increasingly come into contact with human settlements, leading to conflict. Crop raiding. Elephants are known to raid crops, leading to significant losses for farmers. This can result in retaliatory killings of elephants by local communities. Mitigation efforts. Conservationists are working on solutions like building wildlife corridors, electric fences, and using non-lethal deterrents, such as bees and chili plants, to reduce human-elephant conflicts. Lifespan elephants can live up to 60 to 70 years in the wild. However, their life expectancy is often reduced due to human-related causes, such as poaching, conflict, and habitat destruction. Threats to elephants. Poaching. Despite international bans, elephants are still poached for their ivory, which is highly valued in illegal markets. Habitat loss. Deforestation, agricultural expansion, and urbanization reduce the available habitat for elephants, leading to population fragmentation. Human-wildlife conflict. Elephants sometimes destroy crops, leading to conflicts with humans, which can result in fatalities for both humans and elephants. Climate change. Changes in rainfall patterns and droughts can affect the availability of water and food sources for elephants, threatening their survival. Ecological role. Elephants are often referred to as ecosystem engineers due to the vast impact they have on their environment. Habitat shaping. In African savannas, elephants knock down trees to feed on leaves and bark. This behavior converts dense woodlands into grasslands, promoting biodiversity by creating new habitats for smaller animals, birds, and plants. In tropical forests, their feeding habits can open up dense undergrowth and allow sunlight to reach the forest floor. Seed dispersal. Elephants eat a wide variety of fruits and are excellent seed dispersers. They travel long distances and deposit seeds in their dung, helping plants propagate over vast areas. This maintains forest diversity and regeneration. Some plants even rely exclusively on elephants for seed dispersal. Water source creation. During dry seasons, elephants dig for water in dry riverbeds using their trunks and tusks. These wells provide water for many other animals, especially during droughts. Nutrient cycling. Elephant dung is rich in nutrients and plays a crucial role in fertilizing the soil. It also serves as a food source for dung beetles and other insects. Behavioral complexity. Elephants exhibit behaviors that indicate empathy, altruism, and self-awareness, which align with their reputation as intelligent and emotionally complex animals. Empathy and grief. Elephants are known to show care for injured or sick members of their herd. If a herd member is dying, they may stay with them for prolonged periods and attempt to help them. They also exhibit mourning behaviors, such as standing vigil over a dead elephant, and they may return to the bones or site of death long after the event. Altruism. Elephants have been observed helping other species, including rescuing animals like antelopes and humans. There are documented cases where elephants help trapped animals, demonstrating a capacity for empathy beyond their species. Play. Like many intelligent animals, elephants engage in play, both with each other and objects. Calves frequently play games that involve chasing each other, wrestling with trunks, and rolling in mud. Learning and memory. Elephants are known for their impressive memory, which helps them navigate vast territories. They can remember the locations of waterholes, seasonal feeding grounds, and migration routes, even after many years. They also remember other elephants and humans, showing recognition of individuals after long separations. Tool use. Elephants have been observed using tools in the wild. For example, they might use sticks to scratch themselves in places their trunks can't reach, or throw objects at threats to defend themselves. Cognitive abilities. The large brain of an elephant is associated with advanced cognitive abilities. Self-awareness. Elephants are one of the few animals that pass the mirror test, which demonstrates self-recognition. When placed in front of a mirror, they use it to inspect parts of their bodies that they can't normally see, such as the insides of their mouths. Problem solving. Elephants have been observed solving problems, both in the wild and in captivity. They can manipulate objects, like moving large rocks or using logs to bridge gaps. Their problem-solving skills are not only based on trial and error, but on reasoning and learning from past experiences. Social learning. Elephants can learn behaviors from each other. This includes knowledge about food sources, migration routes, and ways to interact with humans. Older elephants often pass down this knowledge to younger herd members, which helps the herd survive over time. Advanced communication. Elephants have a sophisticated system of communication. Infrasound communication. Elephants produce low-frequency sounds that can travel over several kilometers. These infrasonic calls are used to coordinate movements between herds, warn of danger, and announce reproductive availability. Their ability to communicate over long distances is crucial in large landscapes, especially in fragmented habitats. Tactile communication. Elephants frequently touch each other with their trunks. These touches are used for greeting, reassurance, or bonding. A mother may use her trunk to touch her calf gently, calming it down when it's stressed. Visual signals. Elephants use body language to convey mood and intention. Flapping ears, raised trunks, or head shakes can indicate excitement, aggression, or curiosity. Olfactory communication. Smell is a vital part of an elephant's communication. Elephants have an acute sense of smell, which they use to detect water, identify other elephants, and sense predators. Migration and range elephants are migratory animals. Seasonal migration. African elephants, in particular, may travel hundreds of kilometers in search of water and food. These migrations are often dictated by seasonal changes, with elephants moving between wet season and dry season habitats. The memory of matriarchs plays a crucial role in guiding herds to reliable resources. Home ranges. Elephants have large home ranges that they move through, depending on food availability, water sources, and breeding cycles. However, habitat fragmentation due to human activities like agriculture and urbanization is limiting their movements, forcing them into smaller areas. Conservation challenges. Poaching. Poaching for ivory has decimated elephant populations, particularly in Africa. Despite international bans, there is still significant illegal demand for ivory, particularly in parts of Asia. This demand has led to widespread killing of elephants, leaving populations fragmented and severely reduced. Habitat loss. Deforestation and agricultural expansion are reducing the available habitat for elephants, especially in Asia. In African savannas, growing human settlements and farming are shrinking the elephant's range. This fragmentation is causing elephants to come into more frequent contact with humans. Human-wildlife conflict. As elephants' habitats shrink, they are increasingly forced to raid farms and settlements for food, leading to clashes with humans. Elephants can destroy crops and property, and in retaliation, people may kill them. Climate change. Changing climate patterns, including increased droughts and altered rainfall, are affecting elephants' food and water supplies. With less water available, elephants may need to travel further distances, increasing their vulnerability to human-wildlife conflict and poaching. Conservation strategies. Protected areas. Establishing national parks, wildlife reserves, and corridors is crucial for giving elephants safe areas to live and migrate. Some countries have implemented cross-border conservation programs to create protected areas that allow elephants to move across political boundaries. Anti-poaching measures. Governments and conservation organizations are working to improve anti-poaching patrols, equip rangers with better tools, and increase penalties for poaching. Surveillance technologies, including drones, camera traps, and satellite tracking, are being used to monitor elephant populations and track poachers. Ivory bans. Many countries have introduced bans on the sale and trade of ivory. While this has helped reduce legal trade, the illegal market still poses a significant threat. Human-elephant conflict mitigation. Various strategies are being implemented to reduce conflicts between humans and elephants. These include building elephant-proof fences around farms, using non-lethal deterrents like chili pepper fences and beehive fences, and creating wildlife corridors that allow elephants to migrate safely between habitats without entering human settlements. Community involvement. Many conservation programs now involve local communities in efforts to protect elephants. By giving communities a stake in conservation, for example, through ecotourism or direct financial incentives, locals are more likely to support measures that benefit elephants and reduce conflict. Captive elephants. Work and entertainment. Asian elephants have a long history of being used as working animals in logging and transportation. In some countries, they are still used in these roles, as well as for ceremonial purposes and tourist attractions. However, there is growing concern about the treatment of elephants in captivity, particularly in tourist industries, where they are often subjected to harsh training methods. Conservation in captivity. Some conservation programs focus on breeding elephants in captivity to maintain genetic diversity and ensure the survival of endangered populations. However, these programs are controversial, as captive elephants often suffer from stress and shortened lifespans. Cultural importance and symbolism. Elephants in religion and mythology. In Hinduism, Ganesha, the elephant-headed god, is a deity of wisdom, prosperity, and success. Elephants are also important in Buddhist symbolism, where they represent strength, patience, and wisdom. Elephants in art and literature. Elephants have been featured prominently in art, folklore, and literature throughout history, symbolizing wisdom, power, and memory. They appear in ancient cave paintings, classical texts, and modern literature. Conclusion. Elephants are majestic, highly intelligent animals that play a critical role in their ecosystems. Despite their iconic status, elephants face numerous threats, including habitat destruction, poaching, and human-wildlife conflict. Conservation efforts are crucial to ensure their survival and maintain the biodiversity of the ecosystems they inhabit. Protecting elephants requires global cooperation and sustainable solutions that balance the needs of both humans and wildlife. Elephants continue to inspire people around the world with their majesty, intelligence, and cultural significance. However, the threats they face are immediate and severe, necessitating urgent and sustained conservation efforts.